Every family has its legends. The stories that get polished and retold until they feel more like myth than history. In my family, the legend was about my great-grandfather, a self-made man, a pillar of his community in the Depression era, who bravely defended his livelihood from a violent thief. That's the story we all grew up with. But legends often hide monsters. The reality was grittier. The store was a front. The real money was in the speakeasy. He ran in the back, serving liquor and hosting high-stakes poker games when both were illegal. One night, the stakes were enormous. He lost almost $2,000 at King's ransom during the Great Depression. As the winning player, a man just as deep in this gray world as he was, got up to leave through the front of the closed store. Something snapped. He didn't confront him. He didn't argue. He pulled out a firearm and shot the man in the back. Then, he crafted his story. He called the police and claimed the man had tried to rob the till. A community struggling with real crime and poverty believed a respectable shopkeeper over a dead gambler. The case was closed. He wasn't just a killer, he was a celebrated one. The secret lived with him for over 40 years. It wasn't until he was dying, his conscience or his cowardice, I still don't know which got the better of him, that he told my grandfather the truth. Not to the law, not to the victim's family, but to his own son. He passed the weight of his sin on to the next generation and then died. My grandfather carried that secret his entire life, too. He never told the authorities. He never contacted the victim's descendants. He lived with the knowledge that his father's success, the stability he provided, was built on a lie and a murder. And now, I have it. So what do I do with it? The man in this photo isn't a hero. He's a cheat and a murderer. Does exposing him now, decades later, serve any justice? Or does it just tear open old wounds for a new family to suffer? This is the core of the dilemma. Was his deathbed confession a final, twisted act of selfishness clearing his own conscience by burdening his son? Or was it, in some flawed way, an attempt at moral reckoning? Does our family have a responsibility to try and right this historical wrong, even if it means destroying our own ancestor's name and potentially hurting innocent people connected to the victim? This story forces us to ask if there's an expiration date on justice, and whether the truth always needs to come out, no matter the collateral damage generations later. Where do you stand on secrets, justice, and legacy? Join the community and deliver your final judgment. Subscribe to The Verdict Zone.